Inside Studio 12 and Kyle Field's South End Zone, a conversation with Walter Nolen as the Aggies get ready for the 2023 season. Can't help but notice that 0 on your jersey. Andrew noticed it right away.
It looks good.
That's the first thing he said. 0 on your jersey.
I had to do it. I had to.
What's the reason for the change?
Really, it just to say you got 0 excuses. Really,
I like
0
that.
excuses on the field. Cause I feel like last year I made a lot of excuses.
Uh-huh.
What changed?
Really, just my mindset for the game, locking in, growing up.
I was talking with Mac, and I believe he's wearing 3. And I'd love to say it's not enough number for him, but I'd never say it to his face. But this D-line, Walter, has a chance to be really special, doesn't it?
Yes, sir, it does. I believe that the whole time. I believe that before I even got here.
Did you really?
Yeah.
And then as you're incorporated in, and I know in and out of the lineup, but in there, everybody makes an impact, not just a tackle. Everybody on that line, and I don't care who was in, seemed to make an impact. That's special for y'all, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is because, you don't see that a lot no more in defensive line play. So just for us to be able to play in multiple positions and everybody being versatile, I feel like that helps us a lot.
Do you like that, being versatile?
Yeah, I feel like it helps me improve my game because I feel like if you can line up anywhere, it make it hard for the offensive line to block you.
It also reminds me of a DeMarvin Leal who's in Pittsburgh, right? He's a Steeler, that versatility. But Jimbo, Coach Fisher always talks about that. There's only so many spots next level. If you could be versatile, it's better for you. And then immediately, like you say, now the offense is going, I don't know how to block him. He's in that different spot. It's really nice to be able sometimes the defense can almost dictate, right? Almost have your own tempo, so to speak.
Yeah, it feels good. Like sometimes whenever the defense is able to control the ball, you can tell. Like the stadium's rocking, the fans are on their feet. It's a crazy atmosphere.
Your spring game was incredible here in April. I know there's a lot of the 12th man hoping that's a preview of the season. Do you feel like it is in some ways?
Yes, it's a preview, but I wasn't satisfied enough. Y'all gonna see better than that. So.
Man. It's going to take it up a notch. I like it.
I would almost feel sorry for the opponents, but not that much.
No. Go ahead and do it. Well, you mentioned the 0 and the no excuses. Now, and you said last year you thought you made excuses, but you were a freshman last year. You were just coming into college football. What was the biggest lesson you learned about stepping into this stage and not just doing it in college football, doing it in the SEC as well?
Really just your mindset. Like in high school, it's probably a lot of high school players that they ain't never watched film before or really just locked in on their health and their body. So really just me honing in and focusing on that, I feel like it's going to take me a long way and make me an even better player.
Mm-hmm. So it's not necessarily the in-game stuff. It's what you do around that Saturday, prep, body prep, things like that.
Yes, sir, it does. Like I used to not stretch, so I ain't gonna lie.
Before a high school game, did you have to stretch much?
In high school, no, I didn't. It's different. Like, you got to know it's a difference between high school and college. And I feel like this year I know that, and I'm ready for the challenge.
Mm-hmm. Along the lines, that defensive line depth again, there's so many bodies that can contribute down there. Like you guys talked about the versatility of it all, guys that can do different things, but if I told you to pick a teammate on the defensive line, maybe 1 or 2, that impresses you the most, who are you picking out?
Really, I'll say I'll go with McKinley, and I'll go with our new young boy, Samu.
Really?
Yeah, he a big dog, but he can move. Trust.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all already seen Mac. He a dog.
Mm-hmm.
And Mac, he still teaching me. He teaching me the game every day, so I can't be nothing but grateful.
Mm-hmm. Now, I said pick a teammate. If I allowed you to pick yourself, would you have picked you as the most impressive?
Nah, I still got a lot to learn, man.
Yeah, well, then what is that next step? You've got a lot to learn. You're still, like I said, just 1 year of college football. You still have what to learn up there on that defensive front.
Really, I I want to get better at watching film and my notes and really just off the field stuff and really getting stronger.
Mm-hmm. Do you think in today's college football, if you're building a championship team, the defensive front is where you would start with it?
Yeah.
You have to be strong there.
Yes, every successful team has a successful D-line. I always believe that.
Mm-hmm.
It affects more than just you four, right?
It affects the whole team.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you got a D-line that's going out there dogging, it ain't gonna do nothing but uplift the whole team, and the offense gonna go out there and dog.
Mm-hmm. The offensive line that you face in practice, everybody makes everybody better. That's one of the things about a good defensive line. It can really help your offensive line become better for any opponent you face on a Saturday. How tough is that offensive line across from you guys that you go against in practice, kind of giving us a preview on what you might see from them in 2023?
Really just them come together. Like last year, I feel like they were a little separated, but them just coming together more as a unit. And I feel like they bond like you ain't gonna be able to break it. Like they strong.
Mm-hmm. Other thing is, when you think of the guys behind you, because we said the defensive front affects everybody. Who are the guys you like behind you, knowing that, you know, if a secondary can cover a little longer, you can get to the quarterback. We were just talking to Chris Russell. If you guys occupy blocks, linebackers can flow freely to hunt down the football.
Yeah.
But it works also with the defensive line has to have all that trust in everybody back behind them too.
Yeah.
And who are the guys that you like back behind you that you know can come through as long as you guys are doing your job?
Honestly, I got faith in our whole defensive back unit, but if I had to go with like some guys, it'll probably be the guys I came in with. Like those guys I came in trusting. But just playing more with the older guys, I'm starting to trust them more too.
Mm-hmm.
Jimbo has said that group that you came in with really wants to do something special. Not like everybody else doesn't, but there's a bond between you guys, isn't there? Knowing that something special is about to happen here.
Yeah, it's a real family. Like we all tight. We always at each other's cribs. So whenever you got a team like that, I feel like it's only up.
One of the things we were talking about earlier is going into last year. Now, there were injuries last year on this team that cost some guys some starts, cost some guys a long stretch of time where they couldn't play. And A&M wasn't listed as a team with a whole lot of experience anyway going into last year. Well, now that's reversed. This is one of the top 10 teams in the nation as far as experience coming back because so many of you guys got a lot of it. Now you take into the fact that you guys played a ton of close games last year. Do you think it's the experience that can get you over the hump this season?
Yes, I believe it's the experience. Like I like you said, we lost all the games we lost. It was like by a touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
So I just feel like us locking in, like knowing that we can't let that happen no more. We on the warpath.
Mm-hmm. Was it almost more motivating because you were so close? We were talking to Chris. You can think of 3 games off the top of your head that were 3-point games. Alabama was a 4-point game. You're on the 2-yard line trying to win it right there at the end. Is it almost more motivating knowing that you're right there? You guys are really close.
Yeah, I mean, I take every loss the same. Like I'm always heartbroken after every loss. So really, just every loss motivates me to come out and do better than I did before.
Mm-hmm. Also, before you go, the guy on the other side of the ball that wears 0, call him Sub-Zero.
Mm-hmm.
You got a nickname ready for that number as well?
I ain't got no name yet. I'm gonna let Aguilan figure that out.
That's right. Let it happen.
They will.
Through the 12th man. Has Anaya said anything about the number 0 on your jersey now?
Nah, he ain't said nothing to me.
Because we know he's got a lot to say sometimes.
I'm ready to ball. He ready to ball.
Yeah.
He gonna make the number look good.
That's right. On both sides of the ball. Yes,
I
sir.
love what you said about when this defense plays here at Kyle Field. There's such appreciation from the old wrecking crew, but Kyle Field knows when that defense, you hear them, don't you? When this defense is rolling, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, when I was even as a recruit, I just seeing the defense go out on the field is different in Kyle Field. Like, ain't no other stadium like that. And that's the main reason I'm here. So really just being out there on the field to witness it and play by play, it's exciting. Like I get a rush every time.
Get those sunglasses on, will you?
Yeah.
You wanna see
We
them,
got to
John?
close this in those sunglasses. Because the future's bright, my man.
Yeah, and they block all the haters, you know what I'm saying?
There you go. Walter Nolen right here inside Studio 12.
All right, y'all. Appreciate it.